of Crown and Common, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I know we're a bit late this evening, and I apologize about that. We had a little bit of technical difficulties behind the scenes, but we figured it out. Um, Welcome in. So, just to let everybody introduce themselves this evening, we are going to start with from the bottom go up.
Hello, my name is Uncle Jay. I'm a TikTok. I am part of this panel. I'm also part of the Crown Crew. Um, I really don't know what to say today. I'm kind of like stuck being I'm the only guy here, and it's men against females. So,
Can you just go with it, please? Thank you.
okay. Well, yes, I'm located on all platforms as Encourage Wisdom. You can find me anywhere from TikTok, IG, YT, and Facebook. As I said, I am a coach. I'm an encouragement coach, and also a motivational speaker. 25 years martial arts instructor, and lover of food. So if you'd like to come check me out on the TikTok, I am at Uncle J. Encourage Wisdom.
Thank you. Appreciate you.
Hi, I am Misty. You can find me at Misty on TikTok. I am a host, co-host. I am also a dog trainer, um, and many other things. And you'll get to know more about that as the time goes on.
Thank you. Let's see. Let me. I can't hear you, love. Can't hear you. Uh-oh. No volume. Oh no.
Oh no, Mr. Bill.
No. We can't hear you at all. Oh
no. Oh no, Mr. Bill.
You got it, girl. Why can't we hear you? Hold on. Go ahead.
Now, can you hear me?
Yes, we can hear you.
Good. Oh. Okay, so I'm Mel Mel. You can find me on TikTok right here. I am Mel Mel with the underscores. I am an RBT, so I work with kids on the autism spectrum. I'm a graduate student in the applied behavior analysis. I am a mom. I am a travel agent. So if anybody needs any type of help with any type of travel whatsoever, feel free to reach out to me. I will be more than happy to help you guys out. I am an up-and-coming host on TikTok, trying to become a content creator as well. So bear with me, we're all going to get there. I'm super excited about being here tonight. This is episode 15, I believe. So I'm just super excited.
Thank you so much for sharing that, Mel. Appreciate you. All right, let me get my little box here. Give me 1 second. Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry about the background noise. I know we're live. I apologize that we're live and they're making noise.
We also have Luna in the mix, Yes. She is an amazing little pup. She is a baby, but getting so big.
This thing is really tripping out, guys. It's really tripping out tonight. It won't let me make my box bigger. It's the option is no longer available. I don't know why, but I'm gonna say what I have to say. I'm here though. Here I am. Okay. I want to welcome you guys to another episode, episode 15 of the Crown and Common. Apologize about the background noise again. Tonight we're going to be talking about protecting your peace when the world won't stop testing it. So that covers like real life drama, breaking down emotional discipline, and when to know when is the time to walk away. Okay, So let's start with the first question that we have for tonight. And as the usual routine, we do 5 rounds and we end with do's and don'ts at the end. So right now, we usually have a balance of both sexes on the panel, but tonight we were only blessed with Jay tonight from the male side of it. But we gonna make it work. We're gonna make it work, okay? Next, first round, defining peace. What does peace actually mean to you?
Can you say that again? What does what?
What does peace actually mean to you?
Peace. I've never actually thought about what that.
I'll start. Peace for me is
Thank you, Jay.
is a state. To me, it's a state of being. It's a state of being. There's as they say in the Christian Bible, there's a peace that we cannot understand. I am not there yet, obviously, but hopefully one day I'll reach it. But for me, yes, this is a state of being, because if you're in that state, you can conduct yourself in a peaceful state. You can think peaceful thoughts. That's what I can think about right now. But to me, it's not a place, but it's a state of being.
Thank you. Anybody else want to put any input on that topic?
I would have to say peace to me is where you're at peace in everything that you do every day. Nothing, or there's not much that anybody can do to bother your peace. You're relaxed, you're not stressing, you don't have to worry about, all the factors that from someone that's a narcissist that drives you to no end. And if you got everything on point, hey, you're living a happy life and you're not having to be discouraged or anything else in life. So I mean, you're able to laugh and smile and just move with the flow of everything.
I agree. It is a state of mind.
Very true. Very true.
Where you're not really worried about what's going on. You've done what you can do, and you know that you can't control certain things that are out of your control, and you've accepted it.
Right.
You're not stressing about anything. It is a state of mind.
Yeah, you're like, well, let the cards fall where they may. And at the end of the day, I'm, blessed to be able to see another day. I have air in my lungs. I'm able to walk. I'm able to see. I can write. There's a lot of things to be thankful for. Minusing like all the craziness happening right now.
Yeah.
So next question. Thank you so much for sharing, you guys. How do you know when your peace is being disturbed?
Intentionally
Basically.
or intentionally. I know when it's intentionally being disturbed. I can't say like, yeah, I got tried today with this with my situation with the plumber and the guy that like takes care of the property. Yeah, he just eggs things on, and he does that. I don't know whether to make him feel better or what, but he tries to do it at my expense, and I won't allow it. Now, there's some people that will do it unintentionally, but either way, I'm going to know. Either way, I'm going to know. So, but anyway, how do I handle that? Is that basically the question, or
how do you know when your peace is being disturbed? Like,
how do I know?
Yeah.
when the top starts going down, it's like 400 recordings that on my chat. I'm like, can't you just write it out? I
Ooh.
don't necessarily have to hear your voice. I mean, I love hearing your voice. Things like that. When my patients start wearing thin, and it does have. Then it could be the cause of like whatever affects me during the day. It's something I may have a high tolerance for. Now I have a mid-level tolerance because you know the stress of the day. But that's why
Mhm.
I think I have to stay mindful of things like that.
Right, right. Because, sometimes you don't realize it until it's too late that your peace is going to be disturbed. Because you're like, oh, let me help you with this. No problem. Let me help you out. And you're trying to be genuinely from your heart, let me help you out. But then the script flips. And they be like, let me borrow something. Let you borrow what? You think you could go shake a tree in the backyard? I mean, you make a work friend. Like, how we doing this? Anyway.
I digress. I digress.
I kind of feel like for me, it may be a little bit different. When my peace is disturbed, it's typically if someone says something and I'm like, "Hey, we're not. No, that is off limit, and we're not." And they keep trying to, or if they say something, knowing my situation, to try to add and filter in something that I don't like, uh, that they know that I'm strongly against. Um, Look, it just really depends. Mine can range from many different things. Um, if my day is already a little rocky, but I'm trying to stay positive, and I feel like you're kind of trying to disrupt that, like I can't do it. Like I'm gonna tell you what I gotta do, and look. I gotta go, and I'm hanging up. Like I'm out of there. Like I'm done. Like because I'm not gonna allow you intentionally, unintentionally try to disturb my peace.
Hmm.
I can't do it because that's where things can the tides of the waters get rough when it comes to me sometimes. So
Very true. I understand that. And then, don't forget about the people that actually feed off of your distress.
Oh yeah.
Like, that's their thing. So, like, I said something to a family member today, and they instantly went negative, about something that was really hurtful and painful to or go through in life. And I explained to them what happened, and they're saying, "Oh, and then they want to bring the Most High in it and say that's what God had in mind to do because of XYZ, whoever they're dealing with." But these are conversations that I have with people I know. I'm telling you that these are family members that is crazy. It don't make no sense. And they're known for gaslighting people. We had a whole episode on gaslighting, but I ain't trying to slide on back, friend. But anyway, I just want to people try to disturb
Weeks
your
ago,
peace, right? Because if I said what I really wanted to say, I would be disrespectful and rude.
but do you not ever feel like you need to take that step
Right.
so they get the
Yes,
point?
I've taken it. I've taken it, right? But they never it goes over their head.
Maybe you're not saying it in a way, and I know it sounds crazy, but until you get crazy and say it crazy, they may not get it. And I've learned
See,
that.
and then what do they say the top reason for stress in people's life is? Other people.
Oh
I'm
Hmm.
not
yeah.
gonna let you stress me out. Bring up my blood pressure. I've never had high
Right.
blood pressure, thank God, a day in my life. And I'm not gonna let you pull up my blood pressure right now.
Mhm.
But I know you a person that suffer from high blood pressure. So if I wild out on you, it's gonna be my fault something happened to you, right?
No, that's their fault for bringing it to you the way that they did.
But yeah. Oh yeah. That's an
Because their
answer.
blood pressure was already high because
You
they
know
already
what I
had
noticed
intentions
too?
of doing it.
Hmm.
Okay, give me 1 second, you guys.
Okay.
Are we taking a break or something?
We'll take a quick intermission.
Oh
Okay.
no, you guys can
I
Okay.
keep
wish you
going.
can pause
You
it for
guys
a
can
second.
keep
I just want
going.
to know where we're at.
Okay, we'll keep going. She said keep going. Okay. All right. Number 3 in round 1 is peace something you protect or something you create?
Let's go.
That you
Is peace
create.
something that you can what?
Is peace something you protect or something you create?
Oh, you protect it. Your peace? Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Protect your peace at all costs. But you
Oh,
also have to create it in order to protect it.
correct. Mm-hmm.
Well, what about like certain life experiences that can create that peace for you? So you don't necessarily have to create it. Um, for example, just walking through a park by yourself, you know, creating some type of sense of peace. And
Yeah, I like
you got to pack
meditation
up.
or a lot. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
But you
oh,
created it
listening to
because you
music.
started it.
Right.
You started that walk. You started that meditation. So you started it.
Okay, I understand what you mean. I can see that aspect of it. Okay.
Yes.
All right. Well, thank you so much for those answers. Round 2 is public triggers and social media. As you know, we're all social media heads. Number 1, how do you keep cool when someone disrespects you online?
Oh, that's easy. Find their DM. That's all.
Block,
I find it. Now,
block.
I don't let anything bother me. I don't like anything bother me. Yeah, I will block for the protection of my room. I will block for
Block.
my own. God forbid.
Because
God forbid
at
what
the end of
happened.
the day, right? But block on TikTok, block doesn't even necessarily mean they ain't gonna be able to see you. They still gonna be
No,
able to
that's
see
true.
you.
They can go somewhere else and
Because
find you.
if you run in
They
the
can have
same
other
circle
accounts.
and somebody else not even that. If somebody runs in the same circles, somebody runs in the same circles, they come in your room, and they follow said person, you'll still
Right.
see them as a phantom in your room, but you can't really what you call it, interact with them because they're blocked.
And the
Okay.
way that things
Yeah.
have been going, the block button hasn't been working no way.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, listen,
So
I've been hearing stories about that. It's like they say don't even block them because it doesn't matter.
right,
That's what they're
right.
talking about.
It doesn't do fully what it's supposed to do. What we need it to do. If I block you, I need you to be able to not see nothing.
That part. That part. And honestly, that's one of the things for me. It kind of goes. Sometimes I feel like playing, and sometimes I don't. It just depends on the individual and what how the day goes. And with some individuals, I may key the first few times, but the next time, I hey, I may wig out on you because at that point I'm done. You were poking the bear, and you like poking the bear until the bear snaps back. And I'm the same way in public. Depends on what you do. Look, mm-mm. I mean, I ain't got a problem saying something.
Okay. So that brings me to question number 2. Do you owe social media response when people test you? Be quiet. Sorry, guys.
It's not so much that I believe that you
It's
owe
okay, go ahead.
social media a response. I do believe that it depends on who and your respect factor is for whoever may be in your life or vicinity and actually hears that or sees it. And you know it. And then that they know that that's typically not how you act.
Right.
So you may want to be like, hey, I'm sorry you had to see that side, but I've had it up, to hear, maybe kind of go over what has happened or what was going
Mm-hmm.
on, and that
Mm-hmm.
apologize to them. I've done it, you know, and I've gone back to a said person and I told them, hey, I'm sorry that you've seen that. I know you don't see that side of me, but like I've had enough, because individuals are doing what they're doing. So I have done that.
Right. Yeah, I have witnessed that firsthand. Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Anybody have any more
Okay,
input
you
on that
repeat the
question?
question? Yeah, I do. I
Do
just
you
want to hear the
also
question in full.
do you owe social media a response when people test you?
No. I mean, okay. First, we're talking about keeping our peace on a platform, on
Right.
a social media platform. Okay, we should never let it get out of control. We should be more of I don't know, Jerry Springer and a more, I don't know, Dr. Phil type of thing. But should it get to that point, it's really up to you. If you want to keep your platform, and if you have a following, a large enough following, if you got like millions of people or a couple of 100,000 of people, or even just 50,000 people following, it depends on how you feel about your audience. They see something in you, and when you act out of that character, whether it is a character or your authentic self, when you act differently, they're going to view you differently, and no matter what it is. It's really up to you if you want to do it. Now, if it's social media itself, like, no, if there's something that was happening that threatened my peace or disturbed my peace, and I acted accordingly, I mean, I've acted accordingly to what the situation was, I don't have to owe them any apology or even any explanation. But
Right.
for those who follow me, because if we get the people that follow us or come to our lives or watch our videos, they respect us, they like us, they look to us for instruction, and we have to be socially responsible for that. So if I wild out, although it will never happen, but if I were to wild out, I would apologize to them
That
because
never
they could have.
happened. Is that what you said?
Don't say
It will
never.
never
Don't
happen.
say
You better
never.
laugh.
I'm glad you understand that. It will never happen. But if it were to, I would definitely apologize because it could throw people off, and
Right. They'll be like,
I mean
oh,
my true connectors, my people that I'm
like,
connected with.
wow, what is
Hey, listen, guys,
happening?
I'm okay. Right, I'm okay. It did get to the point where I had to become a little bit explosive, but I'm okay. But yeah, I would explain to them. But as far as social media, yeah, they don't need to know my personal business.
Got
My
it.
my followers and my connectors do. People that are in the immediate family, they do.
Okay. Appreciate you. Mel, do you have any input?
I don't think we owe it to anybody because if you saw the disrespect, you should understand why I reacted how I reacted. I don't have to explain myself. Even if you didn't see the disrespect, I don't feel as though I should have to explain myself to anybody.
Very true. All right. Last question in round 2. How can creators keep boundaries with followers and trolls?
I
That's
love the
a real
trolls.
good question.
I need
That's a
Jay's
real good question.
input on this one.
Well, go around the room, then come back for my input because I want to hear theirs as well.
I love the trolls. I love interacting with them. I
Just
like
say that.
I like making fun of them. I like, cracking jokes. Because look, they're keeping everything going, moving in my life. So
Right.
uh, the other, hey, it is what it is.
But I mean, for the newcomers that don't know, like, hey, oh my gosh, why would they say such a thing down there? You automatically want to be like, oh no, we got to get them out of here. Automatically the flags are going off. Now we got to get them out, get them out. But then they realize, okay, just let them roll it. Because you're going to need them comments at the bottom. We're going to need them comments to roll on.
Yeah, yeah.
I know some people that
Okay,
say
you're looking too anxious,
so
so
they
you
don't
want my
have
input.
Hold on.
Oh,
Mel was
please.
saying
Yeah,
something.
let me go. Mel,
Mel
please,
was saying
please.
something.
There are people who say that when the trolls engage, or comment, it's engagement, so they don't mind the trolls being there. I feel like for me, it depends on the mood that I'm in or the conversations that we're having before the trolling starts. Because sometimes I'll be like, oh, okay, whatever, just leave them there, and the room will kind of engage with them. We'll leave them in the comments. Sometimes we'll bring them up, but if I'm not in the mood, I don't have the time for it. If we're talking about a serious conversation, I don't have the time for it. Like we're talking about something serious at this point. Uh, you leave.
Very true. Okay, Jay. Spotlight's on you, friend.
He loves trolls.
Yeah, spotlight's on me. Okay, let's repeat the question so TikTok can hear the question as well.
How can creators keep boundaries with followers and trolls?
How we keep boundaries from that's a good question. By maintaining composure in ourselves. As far as keeping like boundaries from trolls, you really you really can't create other than just muting them. It's a 2-button solution or one swipe. I call it the one in solution. If you got a problem with me, put your finger on the screen, swipe it up 1 inch, problem solved. You ain't got to see me. But if you have people that it will happen, you guys already know. And anybody that does it, there will be other people that are clinging. There are people that are clinging, and there are people that will inbox you and leave you messages after messages after messages, not knowing that they're doing it inadvertently. Then you got to politely talk to them. Hey, listen, I think it's our responsibility. I know it's my responsibility. I have to read these messages. It could be important. It could be some information that I need to know, so I go through them. But when we get to like 50,000 people, that's the M's to go through. And that's why I see now why coach content creators block it off. Now there's
Right.
a certain amount of
Right.
people, or have a team.
And that's why they have mods.
Therapy.
Yeah.
But
Mm-hmm.
that's why we have Mars. They also protect us. That's the thing, man. We should really. I don't say we should, but I do talk about my mods. I let people know that hey, my mods on duty. These are my mods. These are my, this is what they do, and they do it without any hesitation. But they are a huge part of the piece that we have. Because I may not see some and homeboy or homegirl's out the room. So all credit, all kudos go to the mods, really.
Right.
They help me protect my people. And some of them personally, like if they hear something or see something, they let me know. Like, listen, I didn't appreciate what this person said. Do you want them back on? Do you really think? And we'll have a discussion. Do you really think? 90% of the time, it's like, 80% of the time, it's like, okay. And then the other 20, it's like, no, we decided because we all have meetings together. We decided, like, well, this person is out. The perfect situation, Virginia, the incident I had with my mod,
Mm-hmm.
and we took a vote. We all got on the phone together. We took a vote.
Yeah.
And that is a perfect example of maintaining my peace or controlling the peace.
For me, I'm not gonna expose my mods. My mods are who they are, and if they're in the live, they're in the live, and hey, they do what they do. You know, and that way it's not, oh, well, this person did this or this person did that or so and so. No, you know, just like I said before, if I knock somebody or mute somebody out of the live and they come back in another room, oh, so and so, and I'm gonna be like, no, they didn't, I did. That way they can address me personally.
Right, I got you on that point. I agree with that. Yeah,
Mhm.
I agree with that.
So I
That's
keep
like part of
all of my
accountability.
mods undercover. You know, if they can't tell who a mod is in the bottom, if they're down there typing, that's their problem, not a me problem.
Mhm. Oh, I have sniper mods. I have 2 sniper mods. They will come up and be honest. I won't even know they're there. And they won't even they don't give me a heart me. They don't say anything. They just lay in the cut for something to happen. And that's what they do.
It's the beautiful thing. Beautiful thing. Okay. Thank you guys for your input on that one. So round 3 is real life boundaries. So, oh my gosh. Number 1, how do you deal with public disrespect from friends or family?
I'm not, period. Been there, done that, won't ever do it again. You disrespect me, you're whatever in public. Look, I'm gonna tell you, watch your mouth, and then I'm gonna politely turn off around and I'm walking off. And you're gonna be in that store by yourself.
Exactly. I like to see my way out of the situation. I'm like, I ain't stressing myself out. I'm good.
Look, I've literally left somebody at the store because of them doing something like that in front of somebody. Like left them at the whole store. They had no way out of there.
I think we've all felt in that situation. We've come in that, whether we were the ones getting left or leaving someone else. But no, I can't. That public display of disrespect. I'll be honest with you. It takes a stronger man to walk away. It takes a stronger man to walk away. I don't walk away out of. I don't walk away out of fear, and I mean this like if it's a interpersonal relationship. If I'm with somebody who I'm having a relationship with, oh, we're going to take this somewhere else. We're not going to do this in the middle of the street or in a public setting. I refuse to. If you're going off the hinges in front of me, I'm gonna act like I don't know you. I'm not. I'm not going to let you like raise my blood pressure.
Right.
Yeah, I will have to do some breathing techniques.
Yep.
I'm being honest. A brother got to do some breathing techniques, so I don't react. I learn to respond rather than react. So I'll kill back. I'll see what they're about to do. Just as long as you don't get too close, we're good. But when you get 3 inches into my space, into my personal space, then we have an issue. And I will only back. I will back up until there's a wall behind me, and that imaginary wall could come at any time. So yeah, I just keep my peace. Let them around. And from an 80-year-old man, 18-year-old young man, any one of us can act childish and irrational at any time.
And
Just as
yeah.
long as I know that my personal safety is okay, I'm good.
And then you have the people that definitely want to just test and push the envelope, see how far they can go. So they see how much they can press your buttons.
Yeah, definitely. I can't deal with the ones that keep pressing. They want to see it. They want to see when is he going to burst? When is he going to break? When am I going to get to him? As a grown man to another grown man or an adult to why would you want to test that? You don't know me. You think you know me.
Wolf.
You don't know me. You don't know my history. Right, exactly. But yeah, I'll be the wolf that might bite you, and I won't let go. You don't know me, so why are you still testing? It's a very dangerous game. It really is. Especially in this day and age where things are happening in schools and churches. Don't do that to somebody.
Yep.
right. Thank you, thank you, thank you for your input. Anybody else have anything they'd like to add? Okay. Now let's go to number 2 of round 3. What's the difference between keeping it real and losing composure?
Keeping it real where you simply let an individual know and you're telling it how it is. Losing your composure is where you're going a little bit overboard because you shouldn't have to go overboard with a situation and act like
Yes.
well a certain few words that depending on what you want to use boo boo the fool on someone. You don't have to really go that far with it. uh, but again, we're all different individuals and sometimes we handle things differently.
Very true, very true.
Okay. So again, repeat that so the audience can hear the question. Because I got a great response. You know the response. Go ahead.
What's the difference between keeping it real and losing composure?
Where I'm from, losing composure is keeping it real. Straight up. Losing composure is key. And the host laughed because the host is from the same area I'm from. We know that losing, like, real, like this is real drama. You wanted this drama. I'm going to give you this drama. Is that a productive way of doing things? Of course not. But in some areas, that's the way it's handled. That's keeping it real. By losing your composure, it's keeping it real. But of course, I don't do that. No, I don't. I try not to.
So you saying you don't want that smoke?
I don't do that.
You don't want that
I
smoke?
don't want that smoke in the street. Yeah, I'll take on the battle though. I'll do a tic-tac battle, but I don't want that smoke out in the street. Save it for the back. Get your coins up, guys. Get your coins up. Get your power ups. I don't want that smoke. I'm about peace. I take it out of the battles. That's why I act. Y'all seen the way I act. I get all that aggression out from trolls and people in the comments. That comes out. That's why I do it every weekend. That's to get rid of all the angst. So yeah. Now you know my secret.
Okay. So, question that leads me to question number 3 in round 3. How do you protect your peace at work and in community spaces?
By putting yourself first and realizing that at work, you're just a number. Like your job does not care about you or your family. If something happens to you, they will have a replacement for you. If not the very next day, then the same day. You know. And what was the second part of that? At work and where else?
Community spaces.
Hey Ray, how are you doing? We are doing that. Actually,
Same thing.
we are. Hey,
Put yourself
sorry,
first.
guys.
Don't you gotta? Yeah. You have to put yourself first because nobody is more important in your life than you. Nobody cares. I'm not going to care more about the next person than I care about myself. So I always have to put myself first because nobody else is going to put me first. Even if you have a partner, they're going to, at the end of the day, save themselves as well. Just like when you're on a plane, they tell you that you have to put the mask on yourself before you help other people. You have to help yourself.
Right. Put your parachute on before you help anybody else. That's a big thing on planes. Yep.
I'm not helping nobody on a plane.
That part. I will not sit in the emergency little section.
Why y'all wilding? We are on air.
They have you like verbally say, if the plane goes down, are you willing to help us if we need help?
Nope. I'm saving myself.
Wait. If a plane goes down and you wouldn't help nobody?
No.
All three, and this is men against the women, guys. I'm the only man on the platform.
I don't listen.
And all the women say they ain't helping nobody.
Listen, they say put your stuff on first, and then help somebody else.
Yeah, of course, you help yourself first, but you just saying you ain't helping nobody.
No, I didn't say that. I didn't say that.
Help yourself first. Mel was
Look,
like,
I'll help a baby or a kid. I will help a baby or a kid.
Right, that part. Yeah, that part.
I ain't helping no adult.
Okay.
So I'm gonna say a real thing as well too,
Wow.
and this is just something that
Wow.
I've tried to
Oh, the
do.
humanity
Right?
of it
Listen,
all.
listen.
It's like the
I
Hindenburg
am a
singing
great
France
listen.
all
Hold
over
on, Jay.
again.
Listen,
The humanity of it
listen,
all, folks.
listen. I'm a
Oh my
great
God.
swimmer. Okay, I can swim. I can tread water. I can float. I can everything.
Right.
I cannot swim. If we go down in some water or something and I attempt to help somebody else, we are both going to die.
No,
We will
no.
Exactly.
Okay.
drown.
Okay. Wait. Okay. Former submarine and former U.S. Navy yeoman, second class petty officer. I can make a flotation device out of a candy cane, okay, if I have to. But it's the way you have to grab somebody. If you know the techniques of how to help somebody, you'll help them. I would, and I do feel that it is my responsibility. Just the way that listen, I'm not trying to be no superhero. Okay, don't get it twisted. All right, I'm not trying. Keep it 100. I see, Missy. I see your face. Listen, I would
What
help
is this
somebody.
be looking at?
It's just instilled in me. I was that Boy Scout. Okay, so I get this guilt. This person cannot swim. This person now when they start grabbing me and whatnot, I'm knocking them out. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to be. You got to stay still. If I got to put you in a certain state of consciousness to save both of us, I'm going to do that, and that's what we're taught. But man, y'all got family, the kids, the children. Yeah, hey, God bless the children. God save the children. But if I see an elderly person that can't maneuver out of their wheelchair or whatever device they might be on or not on, I gotta help them out.
But look, I look at it like that. Okay, so for me, and what I'm saying, look, hey, I'm only so tall and I only weigh so much. And if you think I'm going to grab a 250, 300 something pound man or woman, I'm going to choke them to death. So it's easier for them to hit the ground and die that way before they ever land in the water than me
Wait.
choke them out. I mean, I
Oh
could
my
use them
God.
as a shark bait, so the shark gets them first and don't
Oh
get me.
man, yeah, you go to castaway mode. Now you go to castaway mode, man. Wow. Here's an arm. Let me use this as bait. Oh my
I
God.
mean, at that point,
Heartless.
look,
You
I'm
women
gonna
are
start using
heartless, man.
bodies floating, and I'm gonna get to shore. Okay, I'm gonna start stepping on
You are
bodies.
heartless. I
You know
can't
when
with
they be
y'all. I
like,
can't.
you know when they have those moments, who do you want to be on a deserted island with?
Oh hell no, not Missy. Oh hell no. I'll say it with a Daisy double L hockey stick and a triple hockey stick with a puck at the end. Hello, hell no. I'm not going to be in the island with her. No.
Hey, I might be the smartest and safest person for you to be on that island
Yeah,
with.
that's true, right? You might be. You might be. You might be. Who knows? But I'm not taking that chance.
Okay.
You know, my skin isn't
I'm
all
running
that
back.
melanated. I mean, it's melanated, but it ain't that melanated. So I got different techniques.
Yeah, this is true. This is true.
Let's okay. On that note, let's go to round 4. Number 1. This is the calm reflection. So, what is one situation where you protected your peace and felt proud of it?
Oh, plenty of times. I can't tell you how many times. I can't tell
I
you how many times.
think,
Okay, for example, uh, I worked in security. All right. Most of my life, I worked security, whether it be executive protection or programming. So, I felt really good about this job. I don't know if you remember, it's a place called Sugar Hill in Brooklyn. It was a club. It was a restaurant and a club. I was a doorman. I stand 5. I got guys coming in 6'5", 6'7", and more, solving problems, and my job was to make sure those problems they could get through the door. So I'm tested on a weekly basis. Really, it's about how you speak to a person. That's like the biggest weapon is your mouth, is your tongue. It's de-escalating. I can de-escalate a situation before it even arises. And that's only through like years of training and years of experience. It doesn't come overnight, but when you see, you know how to. But that's like the most proud that I've been. Yeah, I've been tested. I've had things in my face. I had guys looking down with their fingers in my face, and next thing you know, we are literally sitting at the bar having a drink, and them say, "Yo, let's hang out next weekend." You know, so that was like the proudest part that I can achieve through my work ethics, and my work efforts. I was able to maintain my peace, the peace of the establishment, and make a couple of friends in the meantime.
I think it for me is when I was actually in the furniture business and I was the newbie. Never had that position, never did that type of work in my life ever. And like I was always like they had their top four major salespeople, you know, and me being the newbie for 5 months straight, I was up there and I was putting the rest to shame, and they were all got, you know, just about me. And like, oh, she's not this, she's doing this, she's doing that, and you know, just going on and on and on. And one elderly gentleman was about, oh, well, that's not right. You and I was like, you know, unless you actually have facts, it's not your place to talk about it. So, you know, please just keep your mouth shut until you find out the facts and you see what it is, you know. It's not my fault you are where you are, and I'm a newcomer to this, and you're not meeting your quotas. So they literally took this to the trainer and the manager, and they were like, that girl ain't doing nothing. They were all mad because I was overselling them and I was the new kid on the block. And I did it for almost a year. The elderly gentleman, he quit. So yeah. But I kept my peace.
Mm-hmm. Memo, you got one for this
I
one?
agree with hold on, where's my finger? Misty. Right there.
Like, hold on.
Let me I gotta get the finger. Everything she said, I was like, yup. Yup.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Yeah.
So the most craziest time I think I could think of is when, you know, I've said this story before, when a gentleman came up to me in the supermarket and asked me if I was African. And he was like, he was just so flabbergasted. Like, he's like, I woke up this morning and I was thinking about my Negro
Negro
spirituals and I cannot
spirituals.
believe. And I was like, what? And I
Yeah,
had my
yeah, I
daughter
remember the
with
story.
me. And if I was by myself,
Ah,
I know
you remember
me,
with
I would have,
TikTok friendly, with TikTok friendly.
I would have went on. I would have went on.
Ah,
I would have went on for this man. But, you know, I was just like,
but listen.
you're what? I was like, excuse me, sir. I was just like, no, have a nice day. And I have on a mask, right? So you can't really see my face. I remember I had on a hoodie with a hat and a mask.
Right.
So all you're seeing is my eyes. And I'm like,
Okay.
and if I didn't have my daughter that day, I'm telling you, somebody
Yeah,
saved that man because I was gonna go off. It was insane.
Yeah.
And you know,
What?
the situations in living, being a person of color in Utah was something else, friends. People don't prepare you for that. Or like when you see another black person, y'all always saying hi to each other because you know you like the minority. Um, and then you know there was a point where there was actually people that was Africans, and they felt like they had like this superiority, so they didn't want to really socialize with other black people, African Americans, I should say.
Where was that
So
for you? Was that
what'd
in
you
New
say?
York or was that on the West Coast or
That was in Utah.
where was that? Where was that? That was in Utah. Okay.
That actually happens here
Okay.
too. It has actually happened here
It
too.
happens everywhere. I think it happens
Right.
everywhere
Right.
because cultures are
Right.
different.
It's a
And when cultures
well-known
mesh,
social problem. Yeah.
yeah,
But they don't,
it is.
like, she was like that. It was a lady from Africa that I worked with, and she was like that with just the BLK community. But like, she was like that with the white tea community as well, you know. And I just told her, hey, wait a minute. I'm not the one. Like, my roots are from the same place you're from. And like, we had a long conversation. And she's like, no, they're not. And I was like, hold up, don't not. And so another lady that I worked with that I'm friends with that is BLK, she was like, actually, she is. Like, her roots are actually from there. And we got to talking and conversating, and like, she treated me totally
Right.
different, but she still had her moments. But yeah, it is known in their community to treat others, um and what she informed me of is they feel like people in America aren't as smart as them.
Mm.
Yeah, and that's why they treat people like they do.
Yeah, I've gotten that from like the Danish and oh man, those from Sweden. But
Mhm.
I can say for me, it's not everybody. It could be the majority, but yeah, it happens. There's some of
Yeah.
us that are overseas thinking that we
When I
the
was
ish,
in
and we're not.
Panama, it was a thing. When I was in Panama, it was a thing. Like, if you saw a brown skinned young lady, the majority of the time they were a light skinned brother or vice versa. And most
Mhm.
of the advertisements were like of light skinned women. They, because there was a big controversy about that, where they had a more darker skinned young lady on a I think it was, I think I would she auditioned for, but they I believe this was in Brazil. They didn't want to put her on the advertisements because she was too dark.
I guess that's something that I will
Oh,
never
that's all now.
understand because I've never been that way. I don't see color and nationality. I accept a person for who they are. I don't care where they're from, what their background is. That's what's wrong with the world today, I think. Just accept a person for who they are instead of their skin tone. God made us all equally. So,
Yes. So that leads me to
And it's a great idea. I wish we could live that way. We've been trying that since what, the 50s? Still not there yet. To be honest with you, I don't think we're ever going to get there. I think the rapture is going to come before that ever happens.
Oh no, we
Unfortunately.
have
Grumpy not
another
on here.
grumpy.
Grumpy's not here.
Y'all are bad, man. God, y'all. Oh
You ready
man.
for question number 2, round 4? What's the hardest part about
Question two, go.
staying calm in the chaos?
Say that again.
What's the hardest part about staying calm in the chaos?
trying to keep my mouth
Knowing that
shut.
on the inside I'm ready to go to jail, but I can't.
Yeah,
That's
that really
so
is.
true.
Look, going to jail, I
That
don't
is.
care about. Take me to jail. We're going to
I
have a
can't
good
right
time
now.
up
I
in
have
there.
jury.
I'm going to get
Yeah,
bailed out.
you
But no,
you
keeping my
just gotta
mouth
pick
We
your
need
shut.
to start
battles
taking a collection
wisely,
right now.
okay? Pick the
We need,
battles wisely
yeah,
because
exactly.
if you shoot,
Pick your battle
you got
wisely and
No, no, no,
save
no, no,
your
no, no,
money
no. They need to learn how
for
to pick
bail.
their battles wisely with messing with me. Period.
Yeah, man.
I'm not, no, no.
What if it's a
okay.
one-time thing? What if somebody just pops off? They don't know you. They're not doing it to you. It's just a one-time thing. How are you going to be?
And
Hey,
they,
listen.
they,
Hey,
they chose that one time to pop off to the wrong person.
I mean, okay, there's situations, right, where people may be having a
hey,
bad
how are
day
you?
and
Uh
they
huh.
will feel like the smallest thing would set them off. This is where, your mental state, keeping that on track is very important, right? Because I've seen situations like that where the person, then when you flip on the person, they're like, "Oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't really mean it that way. I just had a really tough day. I was going through a lot and I just reacted."
And I'm going to say, you know what? I accept your apology, but you have the days you deserve, and I'm going to walk off.
Okay, that's protecting your peace. Just because we want to protect our peace doesn't mean we can't like stand up for ourselves and be somewhat
Right.
forceful. You don't have to be
Very
like
true.
hard. It has to be
Very
like
true.
back off.
Very true.
I'm letting you know this is your last chance to back off, and that's the way of
Right.
saying it. I don't have to have my hands flat on the lip. And
I
that's what
have
you like
said
the way you
over
just
and I've said it over and over on it when we're live. Look, I am still a work in progress. I'm further than where I used to be, but I'm not where I need or should be. Okay? So I still have a sharp, thick mouth at times. Okay? So therefore, like I said, my hood is in close proximity of my Holy Ghost. So don't. Because I look, sometimes it's just gonna go and it's gonna be a wrap.
You need what is called a DTM shirt. Don't test me.
Well,
Don't test. Just walk around with that DTM. We know what it means. Oh, you can put DTM MF. Either one of them works. But the don't test me part will back off. You know better.
All right. That leads me to question number 3 in round 4. How can you help others find peace without losing their own?
It's hard because after a certain point, if it's not working, you do have to stop just to save and protect your own peace. Because I've had to learn that you can't help anybody, and sometimes people aren't able to be helped, except especially if they're not ready to accept the help or they feel like they need the help.
Right. Right. Agreed.
Yeah.
Agreed.
Very true.
Sounds like one situation is I don't help anybody with. And I'm just gonna keep it 100. Depending on what the circumstance may be. I've had conversation after conversation after conversations with individuals, females, men, whatever. Look, they didn't want to take heed. They got dragged through the mud. Some of them are still in bad, very toxic relationships. And, unfortunately, there's going to be a day that for one or two of them, they're going to wind up catching something that they can't ever get rid of and passing away from it. But that's on them. I've talked. I led those horses to water, but they ain't drinking. So guess what? They're gonna burn up out there in that field.
Okay. Thank you for that insightful input.
Thank you, Missy. I've been warned.
Now, this takes us to the final round, which you guys know as the do's and don'ts. Do or don't respond publicly when someone calls you out.
It depends on the situation. If I'm called out publicly, I'm going to respond in that moment publicly. If I'm called out, behind closed doors, I'm gonna respond behind closed doors. I'm not gonna take it to social media. But if it occurs on social media, how am I to be like, you know what? I'm gonna talk to you later. Catch me outside. No.
Elaborate on publicly because I feel like if it starts inside the home and that individual you go outside to diffuse it and they bring it outside, then it becomes public.
Right.
So
Like
I
you're
mean,
outside.
hey,
You're outside and you get into an altercation.
yeah, I just nowadays I try to avoid what I can at all costs. I'm not gonna do it. Doesn't mean it always works like that for me. But I'm not going to address, I try my best not to address anything publicly. Let's do it behind closed doors. Now, if we need to take it publicly and we need to take it outside, let's roll.
Hmm?
But that's going to be a different
Okay.
conversation piece.
So repeat the question for the audience again, so we can move like effectively on this.
Do or don't respond publicly when someone calls you out.
So do or don't respond publicly when someone calls me out. Do they have the videotape? That's first of all.
What video?
Do they have the videotape? If they call me
If
out
there
on
ain't no
something, do they have the
recording, there ain't no
videotape?
proof.
Right. If they got the
There ain't no
videotape,
recording, there ain't no
I got
proof.
nothing to say.
He need
I got
evidence.
nothing to say.
He's like, I need the evidence. So when I lay you out,
Right, exactly. Because Mel said, if you call me out in public, I'm gonna respond to you public. If you ain't got no tape, man, of me doing what you said I did or who I did it with or whatever, I'm brushing it off. But if you got the tape, I'm saying Photoshop. I'm standing on 10 on that one. Photoshop or video editing. It wasn't me. I'm Shaggy. It wasn't me.
Mhm. You were shaggy all the way around.
I would respond appropriately in public if someone called me out. If it's some type of outlandish gossip, because that's happening now as we speak. People are saying stuff about us on the TikTok street. So,
who?
it's,
About who?
no, look at you. I don't know. Somebody could be talking about you. Somebody could be talking about you, Missy, and especially you, Mel.
No,
Oh,
I was
boy,
just
I can say a
asking. I
whole
was
bunch.
inquiring what you mean.
No,
Who you
no.
talking about?
That was an example.
Oh,
That's an example.
okay.
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 Let me tell you something.
Oh, here we go.
The one or the two, if you ever in your life on TT hear somebody talking about me, you better send me a message or I'm coming for
Listen.
you.
That
What I'm
part.
saying is, listen, people. I'm trying to weasel out of that one. Shit, I ain't trying to get in between that. Tell me,
All right.
tell me.
On that note, let's go to number 2.
Go ahead.
Do or don't block people who drain your energy.
Dude,
Do.
We talked about this. We
Yeah.
talked about this
my
a couple
block
of weeks
party's
ago.
strong.
We talked
Look.
about it in a
Yeah.
question, but I'm doing the do or don't just in case. Yep.
Look,
Just in
I
case
got
anybody,
two
anybody
pockets, 3
change
blocks.
their answer. Anybody
Yeah,
change
I'm gonna
their
be honest
answer
with
since then?
Yeah, block. Yeah,
2 pockets, 3 blocks over playing, and that's where you're about to go.
block them.
To the block party.
Definitely. Exactly. Send them to the block party.
Number 3, do or don't argue online to defend your reputation.
No,
Depends
I'm not
on
gonna
what it
argue online.
is.
I was gonna say it depends on the situation, but it also like the argument would have to go to a certain point, and then once it got to a certain point, I would have to take it off of line because at that point, we're not going anywhere, and we're just entertaining other people.
Right, exactly.
I had that happen just recently. And I told him the individual had hit me up previously in messaging saying that they needed some help, that they was in some trouble. I said, I'm sorry, I can't help you. The only thing that I can offer you is my prayer. Went into his live. He started on me again. Oh, well, if you was really my friend, you would ask your friends for this to help me so I could do what I need to do. Money. Well, I said, no, sir. That's not what I do. I will not do. That is not my characteristic. And I told you from the jump that I could not help you. I told you to pray about it, to pray over your situation. And you know what? I really ain't talked to him since then. I left his live because I said, you are not going to try to make me feel like you're not going to belittle me, one, and you're not going to try to make me feel bad. And I dropped it and left his
try to
live.
gaslight you at the same time.
Yes. And I left and I ain't talked to him since.
Okay, number 4, do or don't walk away from family drama, even if you're labeled fake.
Do In a
Do.
Yeah,
heartbeat,
because what they
Do.
say
over
don't
and
mean
over
nothing
again,
about.
with no remorse.
Yeah,
Burn the bridge.
yeah. I'm not trying to press anybody, no family members or anything. They can say what they want. Put it in
Right.
the paper if you want to. I don't care. I'm not gonna let it disturb my peace. I will walk away in a minute on any type of situation.
I'm lighting dynamite.
And be called the lesser person, that's fine. But I still keep my peace. I'm still able to forgive. I'm still able to move on. You're stuck in the self-hatred
Right.
and a whole bunch of
Right.
other issues that you need a couch pillow for, but I'm good. I'm good.
Yeah,
Last
I'm lighting the fuse to the dynamite, and I'm turning my back and walking away. Poof, be gone.
last question. Do or don't. Keep your struggles private until they're solved.
Keep them private always.
You said keep your
Struggles.
scuffles private.
Struggles. Struggles.
Sure.
Struggles.
Um, do or don't. I would say, as 80% do, and 90% do, and 10% don't, because my struggles that I don't keep private can actually help somebody else go through the same type of
Mm.
struggle. But as far as
Mm.
blasting it on social media, yeah, I'm not doing that. I got enough issues from my own issues here. I don't need, it's creating another situation.
Then why you keep trying to take my
Like I said, I've
tissues?
been recently told, 'cause I need them. I need them. I need all the tissues I can get.
All right.
I'm the only dude on
God.
this platform, man. I'm the only man on the
We
platform.
are, and that will bring us to a closing, guys.
Yes,
So my
finally.
closing
Yay!
argument
You cheer with a
is
closure. Yay!
for the next 7 days, don't respond to anything that costs you your peace. Silence is your
For the
power.
next 7
Peace is
days.
your flex.
Okay.
This was Crown and Common, episode 15. Protecting your peace in public. Real talk, real people, and real crown. I'm gonna let everybody say their closing, and then we'll wrap it up. Give me 1 second.
I know the
Hopefully,
dude's
it
gonna
lets
go
you make
first. The
yourself
guy's
big too,
showing
Regina.
up. The guy's gonna go first. Hi, everybody. I'm Uncle Jay. I am
Because you
also
got
with
the most
Encourage
now.
Wisdom.
Go ahead.
I want to encourage wisdom on all platforms, but on TikTok, I am also known as Uncle J. Encourage Wisdom. I teach how to monetize, maneuver, and other skills on the TikTok platform. I'm a motivational coach and 25-year martial arts instructor and health coach. I love being here. We had a good topic tonight. I can't wait to see what happens this Friday. I look forward to coming back. Thank you.
I need your health coach guidelines because I'm pretty sure
Oh,
most of
sure.
the stuff that you have in
Sure.
your pantry right now
Is bonus,
is
please?
not on your health guidelines. Just saying, I'm gonna put that out there. Okay, hold on.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
You're welcome.
Hi. Again, it was a pleasure being here. I am Misty. You are able to find me on TikTok under the exact same name. It was good to be here with everyone, even though we were a few guys short tonight, and Jay kind of got stuck on the right wing by himself. It's always a pleasure. Hope you guys enjoyed this session. See you next time around.
Hey everyone, again, my name's Mel Mel. You can find me at I am Mel Mel with the underscores on TikTok. Y'all, I almost said Twitter just now. On TikTok. I am a travel agent, so if anybody needs help with any type of travel whatsoever, please feel free to reach out to me, especially with the holidays coming up. There's going to be a lot of sales. So book early because book early. The savings are great. Yeah, I was super excited about this conversation today. I feel like a lot of the stuff that we talk about is stuff that people should be talking about, but it's hard to kind of bring up in conversations. So definitely keep coming back. We're going to keep growing. We're going to keep having these conversations. Join us live if you can. join the chat, we'll be able to communicate with you via the chat as well. And I'm super excited for Friday's episode.
Thank you. Oh my gosh, it works now. This is so great. Just having my closing argument, I want to say thank you again for tuning in to Crown and Common episode 15. A little about me again is that I am a homeschool mom, advocate for homeschooling. If you want to check out our app right here in the QR code, it's cococlassroom.com. We look forward to seeing you again Friday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. Hopefully everybody is on time and we don't have any technical issues, but yeah, we will be there. Make sure everybody's on time and we'll get you some more information for next week. We look forward to seeing you. Thank you so much for everybody that tuned in. We appreciate you hanging out with us and having discussion with us on a continued basis. And, we're just going to continue growing from here. And thank you again. Remember to protect your peace. And we have real talks, real people, real Crown. And you guys have a wonderful evening. Bye.